Okay, I actually have a lot to go over, so I'm gonna get started. First things first, the Christmas hoodie strikes again. I really like this hoodie. It's so nice. Anyway, um, again, happy Sunday. Yeah. So last night I saw like the very late showing of Vice, and so I get to I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. It was pretty good. The pundits are all saying about how Christian Bale underwent a heavy transformation, and yes, he did. In fact, he's probably going to get nominated for an Oscar based on that alone. Um, let's see what else. The performances in the movie are spectacular. Christian Bale was awesome. Amy Adams as Lynn Cheney was also awesome. Steve Carell as Donald Rumsfeld, and Sam Rockwell as George W. Bush. They were very good. One surprise character that stuck out to me was Tyler Perry as Colin Powell. I mean, Tyler Perry's known for being in really bad movies. What's he doing here? That completely threw me off. But, yeah. It is a little bit scattershot of a movie, I have to say. Like, they are technically following the story of Dick Cheney, which follows well around nearly 5 decades of what he did. From being a bum who dropped out of Yale with like 2 DUIs to becoming, a Secretary of Defense, the White House Chief of Staff, founding Halliburton, and they go into other things in his personal life, like how he did suffer from several heart attacks, and when he couldn't compete in elections because of his heart attacks, his wife steps up, and again, Amy Adams is really good in the movie. His wife steps up and does the campaigning for him while he's in the hospital recovering. They touch into a little bit of the fact that his daughter is gay. They definitely hit all of the notes that Dick Cheney throughout his political career is known for. And in case anyone's wondering, yes, they do quickly go into that scene where he accidentally shot his friend in the face. They'd have to do that. Why wouldn't they? Excuse me. So yes, it was a pretty solid flick. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. Editing was pretty solid, I thought. I mean, I'm not really the greatest with. Again, I know nothing about how to edit anything at all, so if for whatever reason the editing in the movie is bad, I'm certainly not the person to say whether that's the case or not. Let's see what else. They really go into the fact of how, for the most part, in the beginning, Dick Cheney really was, for lack of a better analogy, your average Joe. He was. He wasn't like a straight A student. They talk about how he dropped out of Yale. He was a mediocre athlete. Didn't really take the greatest care of himself. He'd smoke like X number of cigarettes a day with like a dozen donuts a day, which of course leads into the multiple myocardial infarctions they had. And those are big words for heart attack, by the way. Yeah. They also go into the fact that he really did try to run for president a few times, but stuff kept getting in the way, whether it was, again, his impending health, or again, because of that time, he couldn't really run for any kind of office without anyone attacking the fact that his daughter is gay. They definitely don't really pull any punches in that regard, which you gotta respect the movie for that. I mean, in this, I mean, I guess no matter what, you're always going to be attacked for something. I mean, I'm probably being attacked right now and I don't even know it. So, if I am, it's going to be like right over my head. But yeah, all in all, this was, it was a pretty good movie. Don't know where I would rank in the movies I've seen this year, but, it's in theaters right now. Feel free to check it out. If you're a political junkie to any capacity, it's a great movie to watch. If you're a member of the Republican Party, go ahead and watch any political faction really. You could watch this and probably have a good time. Although, personally, I should probably get into a little personal fact about me, is that I myself am a Republican, but I swear I don't flaunt it. I do not know what the heck is going on at any time or place or whatever. I know next to nothing about any of the big issues that are plaguing society right now. So by extension, I am the last person who should be talking about any of that stuff whatsoever, and so I respect that. I'm definitely, I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I thought I would be a Republican because if I had to choose between a donkey or an elephant, the elephant just appealed to me more. Let's be honest, one of my all-time favorite Disney movies is Dumbo, and you have a political party that features an elephant. How is that not going to entice me? But yeah. This was, and it is sort of, I want to say nostalgic, but I know it's not really the right word for it, but it does give you a broad perspective of because they do get into what happened on September 11th as well. And to this day, I remember where I was when it happened. I was actually it was a Tuesday, and I remember I was in, my religion class at St. Mary Mother. So, that's where I remember being. I believe it was like 9 o'clock or 9:20 in the morning. Or how do I remember the exact time? That's weird. I guess it's kind of a good thing I know that, seeing as how, I can take some, if there's any accountability to be taken at all, at least I know where I was. So, yeah. It gives you a broad perspective of the things that was going on that fateful day. So all in all, I do recommend seeing Vice. It's definitely worth it to see Christian Bale's transformation alone. And again, if you're into politics or if you're into political struggle of any kind, go ahead and watch it. You're going to have a pretty good time. Now, let's get into trailers. Gotta get in line of trailers. Let's see, Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Oh yeah, that's that movie. That's a movie that's based on a book or something. Don't really know the ramifications of it, but it looks pretty solid. I'll probably give that a watch. Fighting with My Family. Oh, that's that wrestling one. That Nick Frost is in it. Nick Frost is awesome. If you're a fan of the Cornetto trilogy, Nick Frost is in it. There you go. The Aftermath, that Keira Knightley movie that's coming out next year, that involves the wartime movie. I'm kind of looking forward to that. They Shall Not Grow Old. Okay, this is that movie that they got like old, like legitimate real World War One footage. And they like remaster it. It's in color. They got like actors to portray like the people in the film or whatever. It looks really good. I know it has a very limited release. In fact, I think only on December 17th and December 27th they were going to show it, which means it is well past the deadline. But if anyone got an opportunity to see it, let me know, because I'd like to see it as well. Us. Oh, that's the new Jordan Peele directed movie. Just Jordan Peele directed Get Out, and he directed Us. I don't want to give away the trailer because it actually looks really, really, really good. What Men Want. It's basically a remake of What Women Want with Mel Gibson, only it's with What Men Want. It's Taraji P. Henson. I love Taraji P. Henson. She's awesome. Oh, I mean, I hope it's at least decent because I really do like Taraji P. Henson, and she's definitely like a top tier actress in her own right that definitely deserves some good stuff. So, well, actually, she was in Hidden Figures, but yeah, looking forward to that. And the Men in Black reboot. This one actually looks good. It's got Chris Hemsworth and Liam Neeson. Yes, please. I'll watch that any day of the week. So yeah, those are the movies, and that goes with. So yeah, go watch Vice and get an opportunity to go out and see it. If you go now, you're probably going to get like to see it for $5 as a matinee, at least. You can do that. So now I'm done with that. Now let's get into the real thing I desperately wanted to talk about today. Actually, you know what? I'll say that for the end. Let's get into the football picks. Let's see. The Dolphins versus the Bills. You know what? It's week 17. The Bills aren't really doing anything spectacular. I would like to see their season end on a high note. So, I guess as everyone else in my area is saying, let's go Buffalo. There we go. Probably going to be horribly wrong about that, but honestly, if I was the Buffalo Bills, I'd want my season to end, again, on a high note. The Lions and the Packers. I mean, the Packers are completely out of the playoffs at this point, but I would like the Lions to spoil them. So, yeah, I'll root for the Lions there. Speaking of trying to end the season on a high note, the Jets and the Patriots. Actually, the Patriots are in the playoffs right now, and they have a first-round bye. They'll probably be resting some of their players, so the Jets might actually win. But with that said, I think I'll go for the Patriots in that regard. Sorry, Jets fans. See the Panthers and the Saints. If the Saints win, I don't know where they would be seated if they win. So if it's the second seed, I would very much like to see the Panthers knock them off, because that'd be really fun to watch. The Jaguars and the Texans. The Texans are probably going to rest a few of their guys in preparation for the playoffs. So if the Jaguars want to sneak in a win, they probably could. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Texans end up winning. My beloved Cowboys versus the Giants. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I have no hatred toward the Giants whatsoever. In fact, of the teams in the NFC East that are not the Dallas Cowboys, I consider the Giants to be the lesser of the evils. But with that said, I would like my Cowboys to win today. That would just be... It'd be a feather in the cap of the fact that everyone counted them out, and they're in the playoffs now. So if they won, it would really solidify that even when they rest some of their best guys, they're going to be here to stay. See the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Pretty sure both teams are out. And considering that Tampa Bay is a little upset by the fact that my beloved Cowboys beat them, they're probably going to play against the Falcons and, win. So I'll go Tampa Bay on this one. The Raiders and the Chiefs. I don't know where the Chiefs are seated in the AFC. So if they win, they may actually secure number 1. So I would like to see that. So go Chiefs. The Cardinals and the Seahawks. Well, the Cardinals are the 5th seed, and they're going to have to play my Cowboys in the playoffs regardless. But I wouldn't mind seeing the Cardinals spoil their fun. So, you know what? I'll root for the Cardinals here. I'm very sorry to my uncle if you happen to be watching this. My uncle is a Seahawks fan, by the way. The 49ers and the Rams. The Rams are going to be resting their... The Rams are so good, they could be resting their entire starting team and they would probably win. That's how bad the 49ers are. Or how good the Rams are. So, yeah. The Rams are going to win this one. Chargers and the Broncos. Well, the Chargers are probably going to be the 5th seed in the playoffs for the AFC. As of right now. If the Broncos did beat them, that would definitely spoil their fun. Tough call, but I'm pretty sure the Chargers got this. The Vikings and the Bears. Ooh. This is actually interesting because the Vikings get the 6th seed. Well, actually, the Vikings have the 6th seed, I think, no matter what. But if the Bears win, they have to play the Vikings twice in a row, this week and next week. It is very difficult to beat a team 3 times in a row. And the Bears have the 3rd seed pretty much no matter what. So if the Vikings end up winning, it's not going to affect their seeding. But the Bears have to face the Vikings again. So it should be fun. But I gotta go with my brother, who's a dear friend of mine, who's from the city of Chicago. He's actually one of the reasons why I have a soft spot for the Bears, to be perfectly honest. So go the Bears. Okay, so the Browns and the Ravens. I don't know if the Browns are still in the hunt or not. But considering that the Ravens would be looking for revenge after what Baker Mayfield did to them in overtime way back in September, I would like to see this. So, yeah, I'll go for the Ravens. I picked the Ravens to win their division, and I think they'll be able to do it today. Plus, Baltimore is the best secondary in the NFL, so that goes without saying. The Eagles and the Redskins. Yeah, I even need to... Both teams are out. There is no way the Eagles are going to the playoffs at all, at least to my knowledge. At least I think, unless the Vikings lose. But, actually, you know what? Go Redskins. I don't want to have to face the Eagles again. They'd be the 6th seed and we'd be the 4th seed, so technically we wouldn't have to play them at first. But just in case, I do not want the Eagles to win. So, I guess go Redskins. And finally, actually, not finally, the Bengals and the Steelers, that's another game today, it's at 4. You know what? The Bengals really aren't very good. I'll go with the Steelers. I'll throw you Steelers fans a bone. And finally, the Colts and the Titans, that's tonight's game. Yeah, I picked the Titans to win that division, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Though they might get a wild card, so if that's the case, go Titans. So if you guys have been paying attention, my picks are the Bills, the Lions, the Patriots, the Panthers, the Texans, go Cowboys, the Buccaneers, the Chiefs, the Cardinals, the Rams, the Chargers, the Bears, the Ravens, the Redskins, the Steelers, and the Titans. So those are my picks. Agree, disagree, what have you. Okay, now that all of that is taken care of, I just want to say one thing. Throughout my time doing these videos, I've mentioned a lot about Trey Pauling, as you guys very well know. But one aspect that I unfortunately did neglect was the fact that I did, in fact, have a roommate. He was one of the very first individuals I met at Training Pauling. He played soccer for Training Pauling because that was his main sport of choice. He was one of my teammates on the track team, and he actually ended up going to Nazareth College to play soccer. He was a dear friend. He's still alive. He's a dear friend of mine who actually he really got me invested into liking hip hop more. At the time, I liked hip hop. I listened to a lot of Eminem back in the day. Well, who am I kidding? I still do. But he opened me up to a whole world of better hip hop songs out there. Not saying Eminem is bad. I love Eminem. Marshall Mathers is a master, but there's other people I could be listening to. You see, and no kidding, he the very first time I heard the song "Blame It on the Alcohol," that was because of him, because he would play hip hop music all day long, and it was awesome. There was one game we would actually used to play is we would pretend there was a cat in our room. It was great. We would just occasionally go meow, meow. another thing that I'd say he would do is he would invite a whole bunch of people over in our room, and we just have like get together, talk a lot. It was great. Well, in hindsight, it was great, but at the time I was a little nervous because if you're a student or an alumni at Trinity Pauling, you would know this, but stuff gets stolen a lot. And the fact that my roommate was inviting a lot of people over kind of terrified me a little bit because I was worried some of my stuff would get stolen. I mean, nothing ever did get stolen, but, it's still something to worry about. So, you guys are probably wondering, why am I talking about my roommate now of all times? Well, my roommate just got engaged. He just got engaged to someone totally awesome. I am so happy for you, dude. Seriously, my roommate was like, he really helped me get through some tough times at Trinity Poly. He really did. He was always really cool to talk to. He was great. We'd stay up to like, well, I'd stay up to like 10, but he would stay up later, obviously. We had the Asian Trilogy class together. There's so much stuff I could say that should be its own video. But, yeah. Dude, you're getting married. I am so happy for you. I can't even put into words just how awesome that is. So, congratulations, man. I hope you have the time of your life for the rest of your life with the love of your life. I'm not sure if I said that correctly. But, yeah. That's about all I wanted to get into. I'm so happy for you, dude. And, with that, no, that's all I have to say right now. And now, if you excuse me, I'm going to get ready to watch some football today. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You're going to be chilling. As always, I'm very humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. I'm hopeful you all have a wonderful Sunday. And remember, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I will always have your back. Take care, and have a lovely day. Holy cow, this was a long video. Take care.